This episode of The Movie Men is brought to you by media sales consultant Tim DeArmond.
Your source for daily traditional and digital marketing insights and advice.
For more information, check out the link posted in the show notes below. Well, hey everyone, and welcome to our miserable little corner of the internet.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not actually how I feel.
Oh, good.
That just came out. That was like it was verbal diarrhea, and I apologize for that.
That's okay.
If
Clean
you're
it up.
tuning in, thank you. Yeah, I clean it up. If you're tuning in, thank you. Thank you for accidentally stumbling upon this and not clicking away yet. That's
Yeah.
very generous of you.
Or just seeing Frozen 2 and thinking it was actually something good.
Yeah, you're forgiven. So this is a bonus episode. This is sort of a middle of the week. We haven't done this in a while. This is something we do anytime we are reviewing a movie which is currently in the theaters. If you're listening to this a year from now, you will have to just close your eyes and take yourself back a year and pretend that Frozen 2 is still in the theaters, and that Star Wars is just around the corner, and that we're all so very, very excited. So being a middle of the week bonus episode, really the only thing that's different is the fact that we aren't going to end the episode by talking about what each other watched. We save that for our Sunday episodes, which there will be another one in just a couple of days. So
Nice.
Hip, hip, hooray. And over to you, Pete.
Yeah. Really, the only piece of housekeeping I need to cover here, other than usual, just like, follow, subscribe if you don't already. Leave us a comment if you're capable of, wherever you're listening or following us on social media. And just a reminder of our holiday prize Patreon giveaway, where we're giving away 2 prizes worth over $20 a piece. And all you have to do is sign up to support us on Patreon. So for as little as $1 a month, you're entered in a draw for 2 prizes with very, very good chances of winning.
Yeah.
So,
and unlike our last draw, you do have to be 19 years old in order to win this one, just because we
Right.
have included the Nectar of the Gods.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll be drawing on December 22nd, 2019. So if you're hearing this and it's before then, head on over to the link that's in the show notes down below and win yourself some goody goodness.
If you like chocolate, if you like wine, if you like chips, if you like winning, if you like supporting us, check it out.
You said winning, and all I could think of was Charlie Sheen. But that's, Anyways, so we're very excited. We're very excited because once upon a time we did an episode about a movie called Catch Me If You Can.
Right.
And that episode blew up.
It was
episode's
fire.
It's like our second highest listened to episode of all time.
Yeah, it's up there for sure.
It's encroaching on well, I don't want to say how many views, because if someone's listening to it 3 years from now and we've got like 300,000 listens per episode, then they'll be like, oh really, that's unimpressive. But
or for from 3 years from now it's not available because we've been taken down. We don't want to
yeah, because we've been blocked out by the corporate overlords. Welcome back to the show, Emily.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I've been sitting here silently, but that last piece of information I did not know about. So
yeah,
I feel a little weird about being popular like that.
You are podcast gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think it was me, or do you think it was the movie though?
I definitely think it was you, because I don't, of all the movies we've done, Catch Me If You Can, although a good film, is not like. It's really not all that.
Not the most interesting of all the episodes.
So two things, all that to that. Brady, you're wrong. It's one of the best movies of all time. But second, it is kind of a fringe indie movie. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, not the most known. Emily, she's well known in many circles. So I think it's clear why it was popular.
I'm pretty sure like 90% of the people who listen to that episode also really enjoy cookies. And so I think there's maybe Emily's like the cookie wizard. And so, So once upon a time, there was a movie by Disney called Frozen,
I can't recall.
Yeah, which was a good movie, a very good movie, but arguably way more popular than any animated film had any right being. Like the success of this film, and the legacy that it had was astronomical. I've got a couple of quick numbers here for us. So the original Frozen was made for $150 million.
Okay.
I don't know what a typical animated budget is.
I don't know
A typical animated budget is probably a little bit less than that.
Okay.
150 million is a pretty decent budget for a film. But it being Disney, they've got a little bit more junk in the trunk when it comes to budget. That was not the right term.
I'm not sure if that term means what you think it means.
No, I do not think that means what you think it means.
Yeah.
So the film domestically made $1.2 billion.
Wow.
Which for an animated film, now we're in an era now where more and more films are joining the $1 billion club. That used to be like this super ridiculously insane achievement, and it's becoming less so. But for an animated film, for the newest Disney princess film,
right,
that was a very big deal. So if you take out the cost of the film at $150 million. And you take out the theaters take a big chunk. The theaters actually take about a third of the ticket sales. And then there's some marketing and there's some this, that, and the other thing. Disney's take home, Disney's honey out of this whole first film that they made was about $400 million.
Wow.
of just spending change.
Like, here's a dump truck full of cash.
Yeah. So at which point, there was never a moment when this film was not going to get a sequel. Never. Because like, and I hate to squash anyone's perception of Disney. Disney's a company.
Oh no, yeah, I was gonna say they're sharks.
Yeah.
Right, and especially like now with the acquisition, the purchase of both Fox and they have Marvel and now they have Star Wars and all of this. Disney is a business.
Yeah,
Disney makes feel-good movies, but they don't make those movies for you to feel good. They make those movies so that you come and purchase tickets, right?
Yeah.
And not just because they're hungry money or money-hungry monsters, but because these films, I mean, there's a lot of people who work at Disney. So just like you go to work and pump gas every day, these people go to work and they, wear mouse ears, and that's how they... That's how they support their family, right? They depend on the business to be successful, which is why you see a lot of movies where the film's not super great,
right?
And nobody really wanted a sequel, but the first one made a crap ton of money, and so then they make a sequel. Right,
Yeah.
because money is money, and even if the sequel, like even if Disney makes Frozen 2 like they did, and their take home is $375 million, they make $25 million less dollars, which from a chart says, hey, people liked this one less. By those numbers, if they make a third one, they're still going to have probably $350 million, but they're still going to make it. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Pixar is kind of a rare example. Pixar is the company that goes, no, until we have a really good story, it's not, it's not worth just producing a sequel.
Right.
Which they apply to all of, their films except for the Cars franchise. We don't know what's going on there.
That was
But yeah, so
Well
Frozen
played.
2.
Frozen 2.
Yeah.
Frozen 2, it's doing well as far as Rotten Tomatoes. The audience has given it a higher score.
Okay.
As
The
usual.
critics have given it a lesser score. than the original.
Sure.
So the audience supposedly likes it more. The critics like it a little bit less. What's interesting, I think, is the box office numbers. So like I said, the first one made 120 billion, not 120 billion, 1.2 billion dollars. It had an opening domestic weekend of, I'm looking at the wrong one. Had an opening domestic weekend
130
of 243 was the first one.
Oh, okay.
Made 243 million or 243,000 on its opening weekend.
What?
No, million.
What?
What am I doing here?
I'm like, whoa, that sucks.
Goodness. Yeah. Yeah. No, it made.
They made a bunch of IOUs and.
Yeah, it made 243 million on its opening weekend domestically, which is big.
Well, that's a lot of coin.
Yeah, the second one, however, has only made 130 million on its opening weekend.
That's
so
surprising.
That's
considering it's a sequel that everyone was
that's
obsessed with
half.
the first one.
And considering it came out around Thanksgiving, when
Yes.
a large audience would have potentially some time off to go see the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically children.
It is worth noting, though, that's just the opening weekend. And so this film came out on November 22nd. It's currently December 5th as we are recording and releasing this episode. And the film worldwide, domestically, it's sitting at 300,000. So it's basically doubled that number. Worldwide, this movie's sitting at $753 million. $750,000. Of a billion. Well, I'm not in the numbers game today. I can't. $750 million. And it's only been out. It's only been open for 2 weeks. So this film has got some legs left in it. It's definitely going to cross the $1 billion mark again. It may surpass the original, and it also once again only had a budget of $150 million. They made it for the same amount. So
that's interesting.
Presumably, and this kind of depends on whether the marketing campaign for this film was more or less. Arguably, it could be less because you've got sort of the reputation of the first one to give you that extra push. You're not spending as much on marketing because you're not introducing a new independent property. And so in theory, the more this film makes above the original $1.2 billion of the first film is just additional profit for them. At which point, I believe, regardless of whether they should or should not, they are going to make a Frozen 3.
Oh, it's happening.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Probably. There's more money to be made. They'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So anyways, moving forward, spoilers. Spoilers ahead. We're going to... We haven't really spoiled anything yet. We just talked about numbers. But we're going to talk about this film.
We told people it made a lot of money, and that might spoil the movie.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to talk about this film as if you are the concession stand worker that stands at the front of the theater and watches the film instead of actually serving popcorn at the counter like you're supposed to. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want to have this spoiled for you, if you don't want to know that both Elsa and Anna die, then that's,
hey,
just
got to find
wait.
out sometime.
Maybe wait and come back. Han Solo also died, but
not in this movie though.
No,
not in this film. But I feel like that's it's been out long enough. So, what did you guys think of this movie?
Oh, Pete wants me to go first.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it overall. I mean, you can't sit in a theater and watch a movie like that without enjoying it. But I have some beef.
Okay.
I definitely have some beef. So I don't know if you want me to just get right into that.
So basically, I would say start by telling us your expectation. Like, did you? I think it goes without saying. Everybody went into this film with high expectations.
I think it's hard, especially with the crazy success of the first one. How everyone involved in creating this is gonna feel that pressure. So could it have ever been good enough to meet our expectations?
Disney had an insurmountable task going into this film.
So I think they did some things right. I guess expectation wise, I'm a big fan of character development. I think if you're not gonna develop your characters anymore, then I'm not interested. I don't want to see more of the same.
Right.
I want the characters to learn and to grow. I felt some characters did, and others almost went backwards
Ooh.
in this movie.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was a disappointment. So I can talk more about that. But I guess expectation-wise, I tried to go into it with little expectations because I didn't want to be disappointed. Because, I mean, we love this movie. We all love it. Even if we don't want to admit it, we
Right.
love it.
Right.
So, yeah.
The first one.
The first one, yes, of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and I mean, all that like disappointment or whatever aside, it's nice to see the characters again. It's nice to
Oh, yeah.
kind of just like, hey, what are Elsa and Anna up to? What's going on in their world? And so,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you can't watch this and not enjoy it.
Right.
But particularly, like, I don't know, Anna went backwards a step or two, I think, in some ways for me.
Okay.
I feel like her relationship with Kristoff in this movie, I don't know what they were doing. There was this running gag about Kristoff trying to propose
Yeah.
and failing miserably, and her just completely misunderstanding him all the
Yeah.
time. Like, there was one line where he was like, in different circumstances, this would be really romantic.
Right.
And she says, wait, you mean with someone else?
Yeah.
And I'm going, what? Like, obviously that's not what he meant. That was one of the stupidest lines in the whole movie, I think. I was like, she's a smart, caring individual. She would not
She would not
misunderstand
misread
him
that.
like that.
No, it
So-
kind of felt like those lines should have been reversed.
I think in the first film, I think what captured people about the first film was that we learned what love is not. It's not this love at first sight, marry someone you just met, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
And it showed us that that's ridiculous. That's an unrealistic expectation of love and relationships.
Right.
And I really felt they missed an opportunity in this film to show what a healthy relationship does look like.
Right.
Instead, they just diminished Anna and Kristoff's relationship to this like
Comical
sound
farce.
bite
Yeah.
that was supposed to be part of the comedic relief, and I thought that was a missed opportunity.
It was. What they showed was just like an emotional relationship stuck in a rut of just comedic relief. Like you're right. Like nothing actually progressed in their relationship throughout the movie, and there are certain ways if you want to go the comedic route that it could be done, but it was more just emotionally taxing to be like, oh, here we go again. Here's another misread cue or another misread sign.
And I mean, it was funny. Like, Kristoff failing to propose, that is funny. But, like, he picked the worst times to try and do it. And
Right.
and it was just kind of, even his song that they turned into this, like, it
80s.
was a parody
Yeah.
ballad or something like that. Like,
Right.
it was like this, funny song. Like, if you listen to the lyrics, he has feelings.
Right.
And I would have loved to have seen his feelings validated.
Right.
Because at the end, he was just like, oh, it's okay that you ditched me and didn't care about my feelings. What did he say? My love isn't fragile. I think he said, my love isn't fragile. It's okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that you say my love isn't fragile. I love that you're not falling apart. But also, hey, Anna, it's not cool to just ditch me like that. And I
Right.
wish they could have had a conversation about that and how
Right.
it's not okay to leave the person that you love behind and
Right.
not think about them.
Right.
So, like, hey, Anna, what are you doing?
Do two wrongs make a right, though? Because something my wife read online and she noticed when we saw the movie is that at least it's a bit of a role reversal. Like,
Yeah.
at least he gets left behind and Anna goes on to kind of, like, move along with the main protagonists to try and solve the problem and not just the stereotypical let the women stay home and make snacks while the
Yeah.
men run off and the women are home, like, emotionally, like, oh, why'd they leave me?
I appreciate the attempt,
Sure, okay.
but I do think to some degree in this day and age we seem to be overcorrecting.
Right.
So I don't think two wrongs make a right.
Okay.
I think Anna should have been held accountable to that
Okay.
in some way.
Oh,
It
of course.
could have been a mature conversation. It didn't have to be a stupid fight, like, because I hate that. Like,
Yeah.
hello, characters, you can
Talk.
have a conversation, an adult conversation, and
Right.
come out of it okay.
Right.
So I don't know. I kind of, what was great about that first film was, hey, this isn't realistic. And so this time they had that chance to kind of show, here's what a realistic situation would look like.
Right.
And they
Right.
just didn't.
They didn't.
So that
Okay.
was a disappointment for me, I guess. But
All right,
Yeah.
Pete, what's sort of your initial opinion of the movie?
So, I mean, I'm not going to make a lot of friends on this podcast. I mean, by friends, I mean listeners being friends of mine. But
Those are our only friends.
I guess I didn't have that high expectations going into it because I think Frozen 1 isn't that great of a movie. I think
wow.
it's really overhyped. I'm not going to go on here the old man in the room. Like, I enjoy not dancing, but singing along to Frozen 1, and like I'll watch it. I'm not saying like bah humbug, cast them all into the fire, but I'm just saying it at its core, it's just a weak kind of movie that really isn't that spectacular compared to other movies in general and other Disney movies. So I wasn't going into it saying, gee, this Frozen 2 better be just as good as Frozen 1 or else I'll be heartbroken. I went in, paid my money at the theater, and I enjoyed the time. I watched it with my wife and a friend, and then after the movie was done, I said, well, there it is. Time to go home. And that's emotionally all I needed from this movie. It met the expectations. I think Frozen 1 was better, obviously, than Frozen 2. But I went in with low expectations, and I wasn't disappointed. And that's my hot take about the Frozen series.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Brady,
Well, all right.
Brady, what did you think about Frozen? Because you just recently saw Frozen 1, and then what do you think about Frozen 2 specifically?
Yeah, so I mean, I just watched Frozen 1 really for the first time this week.
Oh, wow.
Or I guess just last week.
Sure.
I had started, I think I mentioned this on the show once, several episodes back. I set out to watch it at one point a couple years ago, but it was like the end of a miserable, like a double shift type of thing. It didn't matter what movie was on. I was not going to stay awake, right? So I got about,
Did we? I was like, was that at our house? Did we try and watch
No, that was Pocahontas that I didn't stay awake through at your house.
Oh, that's another
that?
argument.
No, that was Mulan.
Oh, that
Right,
might-
Mulan.
I tried to get you
Mulan.
to watch Mulan, and
Yeah.
you
I
just
see. Okay.
failed.
Both movies are
I'm,
better than Frozen,
it's-
by the way.
It's because I'm saving myself for the non-musical, non-dragon live-action one. No.
Blasphemer.
Yeah. So anyways, just watched the movie this week.
Cool.
And Pete, I will agree and disagree with two of your points about the original film.
Sure, yeah.
I do think the original one is great.
Okay.
But I do also think it is incredibly overhyped.
Yes. Yep.
I think the first Frozen is an amazing movie.
Okay.
I don't think any film is actually, like, maybe with the exception of, the global accomplishment that is something like Star Wars or the MCU. I don't think any film deserves the longevity and the praise that Frozen got. Like, in my mind,
Right.
it reeked of Avatar. It was like Avatar all over again. Except Avatar is just not a good movie overall.
Right.
But it was a film that, okay,
And
it's
so,
good.
actually, do you mean, like, I'm just trying to clarify with you, like, you mean Avatar, The Last Airbender, the M. Night Shyamalan movie? Is that-
No. I mean James Cameron's let's
Oh, I'm
combine
so sorry.
ponytails and now
Yeah.
we're having sex kind of thing. Yeah,
That-
no. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
and
that movie
so-
sucks for
Yeah,
record.
so it just, it was for the longest time, it was everywhere you looked. And
yeah.
it was super heavily like I don't think there's been a Disney film, maybe with the exception of Toy Story, that has been quite as merchandised as Frozen has.
Yeah, like
Right?
there are Frozen
Lunchbox
recorders.
and Frozen, and I mean,
Yeah.
Toy Story lent itself to merchandise really, really well
Yep.
because Toy Story was a film about toys. So
Toys.
making toys about
Yes.
toys, it
Like-
just, it was a natural
You have to.
thing to do.
Yeah.
But so anyways, all of that aside, I went into this film with monstrously high expectations, but fearfully so. I went in with really high expectations that I doubted they were going to be able to. Okay, maybe not expectations. I had low expectations, but I was holding the film to a high standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, because I was like, Frozen 1 is so good. If you're going to follow it up, you better have an ace up your sleeve. Otherwise, like, why'd you come? Like otherwise, what was
Yeah.
the point aside to make money? You dirty, greedy bastards. And I think it's I think the second one is funnier.
Okay.
I laughed more during the second one. I specifically, Olaf has a C-3PO scene where he's like recounting the story up until this point.
Oh my gosh, I
Right.
forgot about that.
And that
You're-
was so funny. And it
That-
wasn't even just
yes,
his.
it was.
Their
wasn't even
parents are
just his
dead.
recounting of it. It was the soldier's reaction. The fact that he was
Right.
like, "Oh God, Anna!" Like this
Okay,
whole
yeah.
like.
That
you know,
was
and so-
actually very good. You're right.
I'm
that was
laughing
spot-
again, remembering it. You're
That's
right.
true.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's spot on. That was really funny.
Yeah.
So visually, I think this is a more beautifully stunning film.
Yeah.
There's
So
a
so I
lot of
Okay.
there's a lot of like these sort of psychedelic dream magic sequences. There's like a couple of them during songs that have these typically a black background, but within these beautiful, brilliant, like Fantasia styled splashes of color and all of this stuff. And it was mesmerizing.
it was
to watch.
stunning. That
Yeah.
would have been
Yeah.
that was one of my points that I would have come back to too. So I'm glad you mentioned it because
Yeah.
I would say it's more beautiful than the first film
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
by
Visually
by a
for
lot.
sure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
I would say musically there were some really good songs. There were some songs that I really enjoyed, but I don't think the movie has a definitive let it go moment or a definitive do you want to build a snowman moment.
And that's hard
It's-
to match.
It's got
is.
some
Yeah.
really great songs, but none of them none of them are stuck in my head. The way that, like, I hadn't seen I've gone 5 years without seeing the first Frozen. I know most of the words to "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So-
I can't say the same. I would say the closest that they come in this movie is "Show Yourself," when Elsa is
Yeah.
discovering who she actually is, and she has this whole,
Yeah.
and so that song, maybe, but
I was gonna
think
say the other
only-
one.
But and the only reason I would say "Show Yourself" is because "Show Yourself" was like the great thing about "Do You Want to Build a Snowman" and "Let It Be," or "Let It Be," "Let It Go,"
Different
was
movie.
that those two songs had repetitiveness to it,
right.
which made them
Yeah.
catchy, which made them okay. There's a clear tagline to this song.
Yeah, there's repetition here.
I didn't feel that in any of these. Like I said, the most I felt that was in "Show Yourself."
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
But none of the other songs really, I didn't go like, I didn't walk out humming anything, right? I was almost more like, if anything was caught in my head, it was almost the siren calls that Elsa follows into the forest. Like that
But
was
that was
to me
part
that was
of one of
almost
the
more,
songs.
Yeah.
It was part of one of the songs. But yeah, I don't know. It just, as a whole, there was no, you know, there's a moment in this movie when Elsa's having her, like, you see the ice sculptures and she's seeing all this like information into the past kind of moment, and there's a small snippet of her singing Let It Go. Like, you hear that kind of like quick little sound clip of it, and that was actually the most enjoyable musical moment of the movie for me, was a 3-second callback to the last film.
Well, I'm gonna disagree.
All
right, bring it
on.
So I would agree, though, that it's the songs are not as strong as the first film.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how. Again, it's that everyone has such high expectations of this film, so it's kind of. I wonder if, to some degree, they were kind of nodding to us parents and saying, "Hey, we're making this one not as catchy so that you don't want to kill yourself every time that you hear it."
Right.
That your kids aren't going to be singing it at the top of their lungs every minute.
And even just from a creative perspective, maybe there's just an acceptance of, we're not going to match it. Anything, like, it would be forcing it to match that hype level. Let's just do what we want to do.
Yeah. So let's make the song. So I would say, I mean, Idina Menzel is freaking amazing.
Oh.
I love everything that she does.
Yes.
So there's no lack of using her ability in this movie, I don't think. Like, she hits those high notes strongly, as usual, and they definitely took advantage of that. But I think they used the songs to tell the story that they were telling, rather than it was like the songs were written after the story was, rather than the songs first. So it was like they weren't as relatable, maybe. Let It Go was this great anthem of like, I am who I am and take me or leave me, where you didn't really get a lot of that in this film.
This liberating song.
Yeah, it was this like, I'm going to do what I want to do and people can't hold me back anymore.
Yeah.
And I think, like, Brady, you were saying that maybe this film didn't deserve all the hype, or the first one didn't deserve all the hype that it got. I would say maybe not, but it's clear why it got the hype it got, because the kids love it, but also us parents loved it because it gave, particularly our girls, something else to aspire to, something not love related. Like that particular being in love with a man related thing. And just like, don't let other people squash you. Don't let somebody else tell you how you should be. So there were those two strong messages, I think, for typically girls, I will say, are, obsessed with Disney princesses. But we've seen more and more these days that boys are obsessed too, and I think that's great.
Yeah.
But it was nice to have that, those female role models doing things that we were actually proud of as parents. So I think that's why it was like a catalyst. So like, not only do the kids love it, but the parents love it too. So yeah, sure, I'll buy you that Elsa doll because Elsa's cool and she doesn't need a man to, live her life or whatever. I think that's why it was what it was. It was the first time we had a character, a Disney princess, who didn't end up marrying a man or even being interested in one.
Yeah.
Like that was like, wow, so good.
Yeah.
How so very refreshing in the first Frozen that nobody ends up with a prince.
Yeah. Well, Anna and Kristoff.
But not in like a, okay, now we're,
it wasn't
you're
the whole point of the story.
No.
So I have a question about Kristoff.
Okay.
Actually, I have a couple of Frozen questions, and this is coming from someone who's new to Frozen this week.
Sure.
Question number 1.
Okay.
Are we all just like Arendelle in general? Are we all just have we all collectively decided not to talk about the fact that Kristoff is clearly mentally ill, And like at no point does anyone actually flat out say, stop doing the voice for your reindeer. Like,
I think it's just he grew up
Yeah.
without other humans
Yeah.
around.
I guess
so-
I give it a pass.
I give it a pass.
Yeah.
Really?
It's cute.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's cute.
It's endearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
You obviously never grew up with reindeer.
I didn't.
This is
no, I
coming
didn't
through
have-
really
Reindeers
clear.
are better than people, Brady.
Yes.
I didn't have.
I heard that
yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what is that a thing?
Yeah. No.
It's
Uh,
one of his songs in
yeah.
the first movie.
Yeah, in the first
Oh,
one.
okay.
And the second.
What's the next question about Kristoff?
Well, the second one isn't so much a question about Kristoff.
Okay.
Actually, now I'm having trouble remembering what the question was.
Well, I can talk about something
yeah, go
while you
ahead,
think
go
about
ahead.
that. I think a problem I had, and this is just kind of actually feeding off your point, Emily, about how there was really no character development. Like nothing really changed, and why have a story about that? It just really bothered me. Elsa was a prime example of that. She was exactly the same. Like it was another movie where she pushed people away from her. Like literally in this case, pushing Anna away. Like we had learned nothing from the first movie of they had spent their entire lives since their parents died, and Elsa emotionally pushed Anna away and realized, okay, that was at the end of the movie, that was the wrong thing to do. Like our true love can overcome these things. We need to work together. And then literally they find themselves in a problematic situation, and instead of embracing Anna's help, she literally pushes her away.
Yeah.
W- and-
physically, literally.
Like physically, literally, and it's problematic. It's detrimental to Anna, specifically to Olaf. And I just found it from a character perspective, like nothing has changed, and also just very selfish. So anyway,
But do you think Anna could have helped, though? Like, I do feel like to some degree this was Elsa's journey. Because Anna, as much as Anna loves her, she would never understand what it's like to have powers and grow up trying to conceal those powers and
I guess
so I wonder, though, it probably could have been handled a little
Yeah.
better.
it raises
But-
a fundamental question of, how do you exclude someone who's emotionally trying to support you, and maybe she brings her along, and then there's maybe some time she has to stand on the sidelines. But yeah, you're
Well,
right.
the
It
way
probably could
Anna
have been done
ditched
better.
Kristoff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
which I've
I think
already
one of the
said
big
my point on that, but yeah.
Yeah. I think one of the big weaknesses of this movie is actually what they decide to do with Elsa and Anna, in the sense that, like, when the movie starts out, they're together.
Okay.
And that's a lot of fun. They've got this really great chemistry together. And it's fun to watch the two of, these two on screen together.
Right.
And then about halfway into the film, we decide, well, we're going to separate them. We're going to take away,
Again.
they spent most of the first movie separated. And so now, instead of showing you an adventure where they're together, well, we're going to separate them again, because that way we can add to what, in my opinion, was an already kind of convoluted storyline. Like
I wanted to bring that up. Let's talk
they
about the plot.
constantly moved on to another plot point before properly developing or really giving us enough detail to satisfy us about what they were talking about. The moment to me between Elsa and Anna that stick out is this like amazing chemistry moment. The moment where I was like, yes, I buy this relationship and I want to see more of it. I want to see as much as you'll give me, is pretty much right before they separate them. Is when Elsa says to Anna, what are you, crazy? Don't go running after me into fire. And Anna says, if you don't want me to run after you into fire, then don't run into fire. Like this,
Yeah.
I'm,
I
it
will
was
follow
this
you
kind of like
wherever you go,
snarky,
so.
sarcastic kind of thing. But yeah, it was ultimately this, hey, I'm not losing you again. I'm not letting you just run off and risk yourself. I'm your sister. I'm, we're together. We're in it, this kind of thing. But yeah, so plot wise, I mean, it's not a story. The first film didn't leave any questions. At least not any questions that we really wanted answered. So
Sure.
the movie, essentially, the whole plot of this film, right? Like the subtitle of this film could be Frozen 2, Why Elsa is Magic, why
Yeah.
she has powers.
Right.
Which
Which
I
is
think we
interesting
were
because
curious
honestly,
about.
Sure.
I didn't. Well, see, but I was like, I finished the first movie, and it never even occurred to me. I was like, oh, okay,
Right.
she's
Just the way she is.
had she been born in northern New York State, she'd end up at Xavier School for Gifted Children. Like, she's a
Yeah.
freak. It is what it is. That's how she was born.
Yeah.
At no point did I go, okay, well, WTF? Like, why is she this way? And so they showed that to us, but they I think this film's biggest weak point. Like, I was okay with them showing us, how she got her powers. That was kind of cool. I was okay with seeing this whole, your parents' ship didn't go down where you really thought it went down. I was okay with these two separate families, that it turned out her mother was part of one tribe and her father was part of the other. That was cool. I was even okay with Olaf pulling a Peter Parker and doing the whole, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark, like that,
Yeah.
that was, which I mean is essentially just a carbon copy of that scene. He's
yeah,
like
for sure.
dusting away and she's holding him and he's like, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. But
That did not even cross my mind.
It didn't, but it totally makes.
Really?
Yeah, it's
No,
a good
it's-
connection.
I'm
Good call.
watching it going, holy crap, he's getting like
He's
this
fading
is
away.
in the MCU timeline.
Mhm.
Thanos just snapped. That's where we
Yes.
are.
Yeah.
That's
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
but
Now that you say that, yeah.
but the moment for me that was, I was cool. Okay, there's these four spirits, and that's really cool. And there's a fifth spirit, and we're gonna go looking for that fifth spirit, and that's really cool. And the main, I feel like the main plot twist in the first film, I loved the fact that this Dudley Do Right boyfriend who
Sure.
we've known for 20 seconds, and
Yeah.
now we're talking about the dowry and all this stuff, and it turns out that he's, spoiler alert, a total dick. Like,
Yeah.
to me, that was like,
I think he's
I was like,
misunderstood.
No,
he's
shut
a-
up.
No,
No,
I'm
no.
totally just kidding. Total joke.
but yeah, when that happened, I
For the
was like,
record.
what?
Yeah,
for sure.
None of us saw that one
What?
coming.
Like
What?
he
And then
he goes
in
in for the
this
kiss
film-
and backs away, and you're like, pardon?
Yeah,
What?
you're like,
Yeah,
Sorry?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, but then in this film, they're like, okay, we're looking for the fifth spirit, and it's going to be this whole ordeal, and we're
Yeah.
going to find the fifth spirit, and you know what? Never mind. Elsa's the fifth spirit. And I
Right.
went, what?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't have that, this is amazing, holy cow, I didn't see this coming. Now, I didn't see it coming, but that's because I think it's stupid. Like, it just didn't, it just
Okay.
it just took the whole mythology of this world and kind of feels like it changed everything and kind of flipped it on itself. And yeah, the first film was a film about a girl that had powers, and there was magic in this universe. But that was kind of the extent of the disbelief that they asked you to have. This film, it's like, okay, just go with us. Like, just trust us, okay? Just see, we know this seems kind of strange. We know we're throwing a lot at you. Just go with us. It'll make sense in the end. And then the end comes and you go, well, it makes sense, but I don't see why you did that.
It really did seem like they were pulling it in too many directions. And I left the theater a little confused. I'm not going to lie. I left going, wait, so the whole time Mom was part of the tribe, which, by the way, I'm not one of the people that's mad at Frozen 1
Sure.
for, quote, whitewashing. Apparently there was complaints about how everyone in this film is white. I don't
whatever.
understand that. Like, come on, guys. We're in what, Norway?
Somewhere
Everyone in
Nordic,
Norway is white.
Exactly.
They're very
especially-
blonde, very pale people. Okay, it's
especially medieval times when
Yeah.
nobody has freaking immigrated. You
Yeah,
No
are,
genetic mixing
you
at
know,
all.
I'm
So
sorry,
whatever.
but
I'm not mad at it.
In
No.
the 1300s, if you go to Africa, everyone has black skin. If
Sure.
you go to Europe, everybody has white skin. If you know, like that's just
And
the
I mean,
way
have we been mad
it
at
is.
Disney for that before? Like, I just feel like we're mad at a lot of things. So anyway, I'm not mad at that.
Sure.
But I
yeah.
felt like it was like they tried to right that wrong in this movie by including these natives.
a tribe. Yeah.
Incidentally, at Thanksgiving.
But like,
Yeah.
Which didn't
Mom
make any
is
sense. Like, where are
apparently one
these-
of them, but she doesn't look like one of them.
Right.
No.
So-
and
Not at all.
geographically, where are
So-
these natives from? Like,
It
what
was-
is?
Yeah.
So it was obvious that some of the plot was like conceived much later than
Right.
the first plot was
Right.
you know, like
Yeah.
they did, okay,
Some
so
executive.
we're just
Some
gonna
guy
make
from
this up
PR
as we go,
came in and
kind of
said,
thing.
"Steve, we got to add this in real quick."
Yeah, we got to put a black guy in there
Yeah.
just in case. You know, I mean, I'm gonna say it, right?
Right.
Like it just, I
Yeah.
loved his character.
Oh, for sure.
I have nothing against any
No,
of it,
no,
but
no,
I
no,
just
no,
feel
no.
like it was not very believable
Right.
that Mom came from this tribe.
Mm-hmm.
It would have made more sense if they just said she was an orphan and they took her in. That would have made
Sure.
much more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But like what? And
Well, that's the plot of the third one. Is that it
Yeah.
turns out?
And see,
so they just kept adding like,
Yeah.
oh, by the way, this, and oh, we'll just pretend this has been like this
Yeah.
the whole time, and et cetera, et cetera. And it was like they were trying to redeem Anna and Elsa's parents as well, a little bit as well. Like, let's be honest, in the first film, like bad parenting, like it was not a good situation. What they
Right.
did to Elsa, what they did to the girls, separating
Right.
them like that.
Yeah.
And forcing Elsa to hide and all of that. Like that was really bad. Like let's talk
let's
about
call a
that.
spade a spade.
Let's say, hey, you guys made some bad parenting choices, and so they were trying to like
Right.
make them look better by like, oh, they're so
There
cute.
was a
and they-
reason for-
they tell
yeah.
stories and they
Yeah.
whatever. But I don't know. I'm not saying we should hate the parents forever, but
No.
it just seemed like it was added on. Everything was just tacked on, like,
Right.
And none of it is cohesive, and none of it makes sense in the whole arc of the story of both films.
It does feel like a lot of stuff is forced, and that's what I walked out of the theater with. Specifically, like the whole purpose of the movie, or its point was Elsa always had and has a purpose,
Right.
and these two sisters make bookends that mirror each other, like one in each kingdom. And I just didn't feel like anything I just said was a natural fit. Like everything was forced. It was kind of like a circle into a square. It was just kind of being rammed together. And I think maybe we're the only three that felt that way, but I feel that that's just...
I don't think so. I
don't
I
know.
think it tried. It tried.
Everyone
to,
loved this movie but us.
Well, no, I did love it. Like, I'm saying all these beefs, but I did love it. I
Right.
did. I would maybe not pay to see it again,
Sure.
but I would see it again. Like,
And I enjoyed seeing it as well.
It was a gorgeous movie.
Yes.
I will say I loved the music. I love Kristen Bell. I love Idina Menzel.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, not all of that.
Yeah.
I think they tried. I mean, okay, so Anna's song. I don't know what it's called. Do the next right thing or something.
Right.
The one where she thinks Elsa is gone forever.
Whoa. Yeah, I forget what.
What a moment
Right, and she's
that
got
was.
like she's deciding. Okay, I
Right.
gotta tear the dam down. I gotta.
Well, no, it's not that. It's
Oh.
her dealing with her grief. It's
Oh,
her
sure.
realizing Elsa's gone and trying to live with that. And I think it did a great job. I was surprised how dark it was. For a kids movie, usually we sidestep that. Like, I don't feel like we've had a really sad dwell in this moment like that since The Lion King, since Mufasa died. Like, that
Right.
was dark.
Oh, yes.
And I think it was good. I think kids need to know about grief and how to handle it. Like, she says at some point, like, by the way, I've been listening to the soundtrack, so I'm a little more familiar with the songs.
You're a little more well versed.
So there's a line in that song that's like, I can't think too far ahead.
Okay.
I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
I can just focus on the next breath and the next step and do the next right thing. So I love that.
Right. One
love
step at a
everything
time.
about that.
Yeah.
I think that's an excellent thing for kids to see and to know about. It was part of
Yeah.
the movie's saving grace for me. Just that, like, I was uncomfortable in that moment, sitting in the theater, going like, I don't like this is a lot, but I
Right.
love it. So that was really good. But then it didn't stick. Elsa didn't actually die. Which I'm not sure
No.
I'm upset that she didn't die. Like, I definitely didn't want her to. I guess I expected her to come back the same way that
Yeah, I think
Anna
killing
did
her
in the
would have
first
been
film.
too dark.
But I do think the whole Arendelle not going down,
The fact
that
that she saved it.
shouldn't have happened.
Oh,
I
right.
think if you want to talk about sacrifice or righting past wrongs, Anna had decided Arendelle's going down. We
Right.
gotta tear this dam down, and
Right.
and that's the natural consequence. But everybody's gonna be okay, but we're gonna lose our kingdom. But then we didn't.
Right. So we get everybody out
So,
safe.
so
Evacuate everybody. But
Right. And philosophically, that's a really good point. Like,
I was like, that it's not sacrifice.
No.
We saved Arendelle.
No.
And everything's fine. Like,
Yeah.
no, I think it would have been better if Arendelle had gone down.
if there, like a price paid for
Yeah.
past wrong. Yeah.
I think the tidal wave should have wiped it out, and we should have had to start over.
I mean, from not a story perspective, I don't understand the science of it, just because she saved it from the initial tidal wave. But wouldn't there be an adjustment to the water table and the water levels that
don't do
eventually
that,
flooding
Pete.
and farming? And
No, I don't think-
I think irrigation would be just like maybe thrown off kilter. Like maybe there will be a price to pay when like the next potato famine happens, because just the water levels are just off the charts
Yeah.
now because the dam's open.
no, I think it's okay because it was such a giant
Okay.
fjord.
Well, I know, either- yeah, I mean, either way, they're entering a
scientifically
recession.
speaking, we
I-
were stopping a tidal wave.
Yeah.
I mean, when a real tidal wave happens, that's what's the destruction. It's
Right.
not that the sea was suddenly bigger for a
Right.
minute. Like
Sure.
it was something caused a wave, and
Yeah.
the wave took out the city or whatever. But
Yeah.
but I do like, I feel like the fact that Arendelle's okay.
Right.
I
Like
don't know.
no real-
I-
yeah.
Like
What,
what?
what do you guys think of? What do you guys think about the fact that Elsa ends up staying? Like she departs from the kingdom,
Right.
and decides she's going to stay up north, and
That felt
gives
a
the
little
kingdom to Anna.
strange. It
did.
felt a little strange, but I do think it was right that Anna ended up queen.
Okay.
Because
agree.
I
Okay.
never
But-
felt like Elsa
but
was the right queen.
No, and but I think they could have done that, and Elsa could have still stayed in Arendelle.
But I think she was the queen Gotham deserved. Oh no, sorry, my notes are mixed up. No, I'm in agreement with
Wow.
you guys.
Okay. I don't know.
I
Her
don't know. Like
staying
her
out
being
there.
her being up north with the water spirit horse thing and stuff. It was, and this is another unpopular opinion. It's the same reason I don't really like the end of How to Train Your Dragon. I like the movie How to Train Your Dragon, but by the time the end of How to Train Your Dragon comes, the whole world, the fact that we've now just got all these dragons that we ride and they're our buddies and everything's, it was too fantastical of a world. Like it didn't feel grounded in reality enough anymore. Which, I think the first
so
one
you're
again,
just talking
even,
about the first film?
no,
to
the
Train Your
first
Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
But I think the first How to Train Your Dragon is the ending of it. Well, I don't like the sequels because again, it's this world where now it's too, like in How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, I can believe the fact that we live in a Viking world where there's dragons. That's cool. Whatever. And the thing that makes sense is, the dragons are like, they're a real issue. They're a pest problem. But then by the end of it, like I had no problem with, okay, now we get along with the dragons, but the fact that it was like, okay, now everybody's got a dragon. Like dragons are the new Tesla and everyone's got one. And it's this cool kind of, and so I don't know why, but the end of the second Frozen just had that same feeling to me. This feeling of the fact that now she's living up north and she's got this water spirit horse thing sort of at her beck and call, and she rides it like this crazy icy water stallion thing. Like it just to me felt like I'm not interested in anywhere that you could possibly take this. I don't want to hear any, like I didn't need a sequel to Frozen, but I had no problem, like in the world that you had set up, I had no problem hearing more stories from that world.
Sure.
Now with the world that you've set up at the end of Frozen 2, I'm really not interested. Like it's not, it feels too, well, she'll, whatever problem arises, well, she'll just ride in on her horse. Well, she'll just use her horse to get away. Like now she's the spirit of all spirits. So it's like, it's I don't know. It's just too fantastical now. It's too out there and too over the top and not grounded enough in some sort of sense of reality that keeps the film relatable, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, did we just ignore the whole trolls thing in the first movie? And like this story is full of magic. Mm-hmm. I just think that in the first film, everybody else was normal and she was the only magic person.
Right.
So even though she's still technically the only magical person, at least she's in a place where people understand her more. Right. It does seem odd that she stayed behind, but in some ways it doesn't, because she didn't really belong in Arendelle. Like she tried to leave the first time, and Anna just dragged her back. Like it wasn't like she was necessarily reluctant.
Yeah.
I mean,
but she wasn't really. She was like, "I'm good now. I can be who I am here," and she was all alone. That's just sad. Like it's nicer that she's not alone now, and she's with people that can, I don't know, that are aware of her magic. And I mean, I guess Arendelle in the end was aware of her magic, but I don't know. There's something to be said for being around people that get you, I guess. And
for sure.
I guess I can get behind that, but then fundamentally, okay, if that's the story, if we've put her in a place where she's now understood and everyone's happy, then that's it. I'm done. I don't want any more. Right? Like if that's how you're going to end this, then that needs to end, because yes, it's wonderful that she's in a place where she's worry-free, but that moving forward, that's super boring.
Well, because there's no way she wasn't worry-free even after
she got back. She was still a fish out of water.
Definitely
she was
still holding back.
Sure.
And aware that she was so different from everyone else.
Well, we see in the beginning where she puts her.
Yeah.
She's got her hands on the balcony, and the guy that works at the kingdom startles her, and she she
freezes her hands to the
hands to the balcony, right? So she's
like,
still
I'm
struggling.
Sorry. Yeah. So it's nice.
Which again made it kind of like when the film started. I was like, okay, yeah, this is familiar. I want to see Elsa in this environment that doesn't really nurture her and doesn't really take care of her in all the ways that she needs it to, because that's interesting. That's, I want to see that. That's fascinating storytelling. But yeah, as soon as you take her and you stick her in this thing where, okay, everything's okay now, then I'm like, okay, that's cute. It's a fun ending, but that's what it needs to be. It needs to be an ending. Like, I'm done. I don't want anything else then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the first film was strong in the relationship between the sisters, and Hans being the villain just sort of, it was a nice way to tie it all together in the end. It was a nice way to be like, here's a moment for the girls to prove their love for each other and defeat this bad guy. We didn't have a villain in this movie.
Right.
We had no villain. I mean, Grandpa was kind of a villain,
I guess,
but not a present villain. And he was just the villain from the past who did this bad thing, and now we have to fix it. Right. It would have been nice, honestly, if he'd still been alive and had been kind of, plotting something. Like, I don't get the damn thing. Am I the only one? What's with the dam?
It turns out the dam
is supposed
a ruse.
But why?
It was a ruse to cut off their
the water
resources.
No.
It was a ruse to cut them off because he didn't like their connection. He was made uncomfortable by their connection to magic.
But how does it cut them off?
I have no idea.
That's not important.
That's my problem.
Right.
What did the dam give the bad guy?
Yeah,
he
I don't know.
spent all this money to build this giant thing, and what did it get him? It got him some kind of weird power over them or something. Like they're
If
now
someone who
indebted to
if someone
him
who
for
saw the
building this damn-
movie if someone who saw the movie's got a better idea of this whole damn thing, let us know. Like, comment and
Yeah.
tell us, reach out to us, because
It
I
was
We're a
weak.
little lost.
It was weak.
Yeah.
The damn thing.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I think
So-
it influenced the water table. So eventually, like, the water levels were different, and then eventually there was a bit of a famine, and it kind of came full circle at the end when the
Right.
dam was broken, and Arundel's crops were. Yeah, I'm just reaching at straws here.
Man,
Water
you
has
are so
memory,
small town.
What?
You are so rural Ontario. Well, and then the irrigation.
Have you?
It's good. No, I like
So
it. It's good.
Irrigation plays an important part of history. I mean, look at the
Well, I'm not
Netherlands
saying
in
it
World War II when the dams were broken in the liberation. I mean, it's water is life, man.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Well,
that's.
I guess okay, so back to it. I feel like at one point they said that the water was hurting the village, but I don't remember how. Or
Yeah,
the dam was hurting the village somehow.
Yeah,
but
I
I don't
don't-
remember how.
Don't remember.
Right? Like it's forgettable plot lines that feel so forced and thrown in
Oh,
that
yeah.
you're like, wait, what's happening? Like
Yeah,
I don't get
eventually
it.
you just start filing facts away, and you're like, oh, well, this is fact number 27. Will
Is it
become
important? I'm not sure.
Yeah, who knows?
We'll see if I remember it by
Yeah.
the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there was
So
a
it's
bunch
too
of things
bad.
that felt shoehorned in, like the whole
bunch,
iguana
yeah.
thing. Like the iguana
Or
thing
the-
was completely
he was like a
unnecessary.
Like the
Salamander,
fire
wasn't he?
iguana?
Salamander thing or whatever. Yeah.
he was cute, but like what
That-
Yeah,
purpose did
but-
he
Oh,
serve?
no.
To
yeah.
what purpose?
He
Why?
reminded
Who
me
cared?
of the chameleon in Tangled.
Right.
Yes.
Um,
And as soon as he showed up, I thought, okay, that he's gonna be he's gonna be another Olaf, or he played such a small, insignificant, who cares role.
Like
That
literally, my
the
note when I
movie
saw
ended-
the movie, why did this lizard need to exist in this story?
Yeah, like the movie ended, and it was one of the things I was confused about. I'm like, okay, so wait,
we
what
have
with
a
the lizard?
fire salamander.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would
Yeah,
make more
like,
sense if the spirits were just
what?
spirits.
And again, we thought
they
it was
just-
another plot point kind of igniting, no pun intended, when this forest fire is happening and you're going, where is this going? And then it was literally nothing, no purpose, and it was actually this fiery lizard after all,
Yeah,
and
it's
it
just a
literally had
lizard,
no
and
purpose.
What, the lizard's mad?
Yeah,
Why is the lizard
Ugh,
mad? Like I'm
there's
just
two-
like, what's
that's-
with the lizard? He's cute.
that's screen
but-
time that we didn't need to view.
That's right. And I feel like at first it really captured my attention, this idea of these spirits, this like wind and fire. I was like, oh,
Sure.
I like this. Like let's dive into this. Let's find out what this is about. And then yeah, it turned out to be a lizard. Or like, is the water spirit actually a horse, or was that just Elsa's powers
Who knows?
taming it? Like
I
I
don't
just
know.
don't get it.
Yeah.
So
I
feel
think
like
Bob Iger says it doesn't know. He's
it
like,
could have it could have had so much more. Like it could have been more like, I don't know if you remember Brave,
Oh,
where
yeah,
they were like
sure.
the will o' the wisps or whatever. Like it was this. They were these mysterious things, and they never really had much of a purpose other
Right.
than to lead Merida to her fate,
Sure.
or whatever.
yeah. Yeah.
They didn't need an explanation. Like we don't have to explain the fire by saying, "Oh, it's a lizard."
Right.
We can just say it's fire. It's just a fire spirit. I believe that. I
Sure.
would believe, oh, it's a fire spirit. It's
Yeah.
mad because these
Yeah.
tribes are fighting.
Yeah.
So it's mad and it
So-
wants peace. So it's
Sure.
gonna be mad, and that's it. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
It
a
was weird.
question that I have that either paints it's either a plot hole or it paints mom and dad like assholes, or both. So like
There's no in between.
yeah. So our assumption is, or our understanding is, the forest has been on misty lockdown for 20 years, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yep.
And mom and dad have known about this the whole damn time. And haven't cared? Haven't, like, so for the rest of their life, they don't really do anything about it. And then they die, but they've died quite a while ago. And then mom waits until now to reach out to Elsa and say, hey, you know what? maybe there's some wrongs that need to be righted. Like, why did 20 years pass before anything was done about this? And furthermore, like, I get that mom and dad were headed to that like they were going to try to get to the river to seek some answers or something. I don't know. I'm still kind of confused
river
about
Right.
that
where
has memories or something.
the memory
Don't dig
river,
too deep or
because
you'll drown.
in this universe, memory is stored in water.
So,
Water
okay, but
holds memories.
So you're saying they knew? They didn't know.
Did they not? How did they not know?
Well, I thought the whole thing with the forest and the disagreement was we don't know who attacked first.
No,
so,
but they
like,
know that they're trapped in the fall, like that there's people trapped there.
I don't. Did they know that?
I'm
Well, they
assuming
must.
no.
Otherwise, why is mom gone? Like, why did if this is mom's home people?
Yeah.
Why has she
Home
never
crew.
gone back to visit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely she knows her home is on lockdown.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
And like, did she tell her husband after he told the girls the story?
Who? Yeah,
Or
right? Who knows?
did she not ever tell him?
Right.
There was one clip where she said, "I need to tell you about my past,"
Right.
and then he was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, cool, I'm here for that."
Yeah.
And then they just
I-
failed to tell the girls.
Yeah, I
didn't tell them.
I did like that mom's song that she's singing them to them as a child. Like, but she absolutely did know, because as a kid, as their kids, she's like singing this song to them, which is a song that they sure as shit better remember, because it's like the key to all of this. Like, I understand that you're small children right now and this seems like an insignificant song, but literally 100 people's lives depend on this song.
And I can't write this
So-
down. Yeah.
I am 100% wanting to learn it so that I can sing it to my kids as a lullaby because I love it. That song
So that-
is so
Are you
good.
joking?
so
or
that
serious?
someday.
No, I'm not joking.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Not joking at all. I like it. It's like a bedtime. It's a lullaby. It's a nice lullaby. But I mean, there's that one line that's like, don't go too far or you'll be drowned.
Right.
But lullabies
Yeah,
are
a little,
dark, so
a little
it's fine.
dark. Can I say, so everything in this movie was just, like, I think the same thing we come back to is everything was forced. Like, every
It was
aspect of this
convoluted.
was forced. Too much was just squeezed in. What I momentarily, and just obviously it didn't turn out that way, and pretty soon it was clear this wasn't the case, but just, it's a magical universe, so there's certain things that are possible. And there was obviously something going on with this mist and those people being trapped in there, and who knows if time is experienced in the same way that everyone else experiences time in this mist. Part of me hoped, and I realize it wasn't a realistic possibility, but part of me hoped there was a bit of Back to the Future going on here when we were wondering who saved Elsa's dad, and could have been Elsa.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that would have
Okay.
been far more interesting than anything we watched.
Yeah. And also, there were people in the trailer that did not appear in the film.
Oh, really? I don't know if I watched the trailer that closely.
So it was hard to catch, but
Okay.
I remember back when the trailer came out being like, oh, who are these characters?
Oh,
So I guess it was supposed to be mom and dad as young kids, but they cut that. But it's also it doesn't
Right.
fit with the story because
Right.
in the story that they told, they said that dad was unconscious and
Right.
got saved by mom, and he
Right.
never knew who.
right.
But in the trailer, it looked like they were interacting with each other, or it looked like
Oh,
the wind spirit
yeah.
was lifting her up, but there was a little boy.
Sure.
It was quick though.
Okay.
It was a very quick
Okay.
flash of something, and it wasn't Anna, because
Right.
people were like, "Is that Anna?" Because it was like brown hair, but it was like a girl wearing like a sort of green outfit and being blown up into the air by a wind spirit, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
And there was a little blonde boy.
Oh.
So they never showed any of that in the film. And I
Yeah.
wonder what the original, like what part of the story they cut out there, or what part of telling of the story they cut out. Because I'm like, wait, where was that part?
Yeah.
So I guess I was expecting a couple more new characters there. I was like, after watching the trailer, I thought, oh, we're going to go into the forest and we're going to meet more magical people. That's what I thought. I thought the
Sure.
girl maybe had powers or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was totally not at all what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But all of this disappointment aside, I do think it was saved by, like I said, Anna's song. Just such a good song. It was
Right.
so good, and I've been listening to it over and over because it's got such a great underlying message.
Right. Yep.
This hurts a lot, and I don't know if I can handle it, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
Move forward
move
and
on as best I can.
Yeah.
So that was great. And then, of course, Idina Menzel is just a freaking goddess of music and just kills
Yeah.
it every time. So
Yeah.
her songs were amazing too. And like Olaf's little song, that was for
Yes.
us. Like
Yeah.
that was like everything makes sense when you're older. Like nope, it doesn't at all.
That was
so
that was a fun.
that
song.
was good.
that was a really fun song. I definitely chuckled at the end of that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't feel that way. I'm older and not everything makes sense. So
Not at all.
that was cute. So I don't know. It had some great moments, and
Mm-hmm.
overall, again, it visually stunning,
yeah.
absolutely beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
The first film was very much like blue and white because it was just snow
Right.
everywhere.
Yep.
This was those rich autumn colors and those visuals that you described, Brady. Yeah, they took it, which was surprising when you said it was the same budget. I was surprised by that because I was like, this film was spectacular compared to the first one. So
Yeah.
all in all,
Yeah.
a movie that was enjoyable,
Oh yeah.
but it's not a Terminator situation where the first one was okay and the second one was amazing.
Right.
So,
Right.
like,
Okay, Emily. So scale of 1 to 10, where do you put the first Frozen, and then subsequently, where do you put the second?
so I think I put the first one at like an 8. I loved
wow,
the first
okay.
film.
Cool.
This one is maybe a 6.
Sure.
Ooh, that's quite a bit lower.
Yeah, it's good. I'm definitely past the median, but like I'm not amped about it.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right. And Pete, same question for you, but I'm going to make a prediction
Okay.
about you. I'm
Okay.
going to say that the first one you'd probably put at a 6.8. I'm going
Oh,
to
we're allowed to
say
use
just
points.
yeah, sure, why not?
Why
just,
not?
And just because I know the way that your I don't know, nobody knows the way
Nobody
that your scoring
knows.
system works. I'm gonna say that you're gonna put the second one at a 9.5, but you didn't really like it as much as the first one, or really at all. So that's
Oh, so Pete's scale doesn't make any sense to you.
his
So-
scale makes no sense.
It makes perfect.
Pete, what's
He's
your
like, I'm going to give it a 3.5, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was like, what?
It
And
is
that's
flawed
not
at
what you're-
times. I will say that.
Uh,
So I gave Frozen 2 a 6.1 out of 10. So,
So you liked it more than Emily.
Well, I
supposedly.
didn't know
It-
points were
All
It's
things
allowed.
hard,
being
yeah.
equal.
just to, yeah, anyway. You're putting me on the spot, so I haven't actually had a chance to run Frozen 1 through my scale, but I'd probably put it at
Okay.
like a 7.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely better.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
How about you, Brady?
I would put the first Frozen probably at a 7. I like it. I think there's I won't say, I mean, all film's subjective, so I'm not going to say there's better
Sure.
Disney movies. I'm going to say there's Disney movies I like more.
True. Yeah,
That
fair.
I would score higher. But it's good. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I would put the second one definitely lower. I would put it probably at a 5.5.
Oh, well, okay.
I just don't think it. It was always going to be a really tough task for it to live up to the first one.
Oh, for sure.
But I not only do I not feel like it didn't live up to the first one, I feel like it approached it completely wrong. Like I feel like it wasn't even in the right headspace in order to accomplish it. It wasn't like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, but they just didn't achieve it properly. Like they just didn't do a good job of making that idea come to reality. It was a pretty sketchy idea. That, you know what, they didn't do a bad job considering what the plot of the film is, but it's just not a good plot. So yeah, overall, I was super disappointed by the second Frozen, but you know what? I'm gonna let it go. So that's
Haha.
Ha ha. Ha ha.
yeah, ha. So, anyways, all of that being said,
Yes.
do you have it's tradition here, Emily. You have to give a shout out to somebody
Oh
who
wait,
you
but
love near and dear.
there's trivia, Brady.
Oh my God, you have trivia?
I sure do.
Okay, I didn't
Don't
know.
let that
Sometimes
go.
you don't have.
Do it.
Well,
I
sometimes
love
sometimes you
trivia.
don't have trivia for
That's
like
true.
the new movies.
The new one. Yeah,
So,
that's fair.
yeah. Okay.
I do have. So
Well,
just for those who can't see, I'm handing Emily a notepad. Keep
a
this
podcast.
in
Nobody
front
can
of
see
your
it.
eyes because I'm bringing the questions with the answers up on
Okay.
my laptop.
Fair
So
enough.
yeah.
You're
So
blinding her.
Samantha?
essentially, I don't trust her.
That's we have pepper spray for. Never mind.
Yeah.
Just go ahead.
I mean,
Is
there's-
that you, Samantha?
There's some people you just would never trust in your home, and Emily is one of them.
I can't see.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
What do we got?
just two things I want to say first that aren't even questions. I just have to say because you can't ask them in a question form. In a flashback, Prince Agnar says he's reading a book by some new Danish author. This is probably an allusion to Hans Christian Andersen, or a reference to Hans Christian Andersen, whose fairy tale, The Snow Queen,
The Snow Queen. Yeah.
inspired the plot of the original film.
Interesting.
And I think that's cool.
Oh.
Cool.
One more little tidbit. Walt Disney's 61st animation film,
Wow.
and the
Wow.
last of the 2010s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The decade's over.
Which is alarming in itself.
I've officially
let's-
in like 26 days, I will officially have lived during 4 separate decades. Oh,
Yeah,
That's,
and also I graduated college in 2010, so that's
Alarming.
alarming.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
Yes.
what year? Oh, what year?
feeling-
You were born in 89, right, Emily?
88.
88. So
I-
you will have lived through 5 separate decades in
That's,
Wow.
a couple of days.
thank you for that. That's
Yeah.
great.
Wow, that's mind blowing.
It's really not. I'm not an 80s kid though.
No.
No, I'm not
not.
saying you are, but you were alive during 5.
Sure, I was
different-
alive, but it's 2 years. Like,
This trivia sure went sideways really quickly.
sorry. Okay.
Sorry.
No,
continue.
just
It's-
this
it's an
existential.
age-bashing party
Do you
now.
have questions too? I want to
Yeah.
smash Brady
There are 3 questions.
in Disney.
weird.
May the odds
Okay.
be ever in your favor.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
True or false nature. Here we go. This is the first theatrical sequel to a Disney animated princess movie. True or false?
Theatrical, so the first to come out in the theater.
Yes.
So how are we doing this? Do we each like lock in an answer or what? Like,
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, you both get to lock it in to it's not just first come first serve.
So this is the first Disney princess movie that I've ever seen in the theater. Minus like if we're counting Star Wars now. I'm gonna say true.
Okay.
Is it true or false? I'm
Yeah.
saying true.
True or false? Okay. Emily?
Yeah, I think it's true as well. That I can't think of another Disney movie that came out in the theater. There's
Yeah,
tons
not
of
one that's-
sequels. I love them,
not
by the
one
way.
that's made it
I would
to-
love to talk
yeah.
about that sometime.
Okay.
The obscure sequels to all the Disney movies.
Right.
But yeah, I think
Shout out to Pocahontas 2, probably the worst movie ever
it's,
made.
oh my gosh.
Well,
Oh,
just last week I just watched the second Aladdin, which was
Right.
not
Tarzan and Jane
as
is bad.
good as the first. Yeah, it was bad.
Hmm.
Little
Anyway.
Mermaid 2, though,
So-
legendary film.
I love that one. Okay, so
Yeah,
continue.
so good.
What is it? True or
Sorry, you're
false?
both correct. It's true.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Second question. This is a little complicated, but true or false? Anna is the only Disney princess shown to have been proposed to and accepting and being like accepting a proposal on screen. So she's been proposed to and accepted like being proposed to. True or false? Did that make sense? Did I botch that?
Yeah. So
I'm trying to think.
you mean
who
in
else...
all other Disney movies, it's just assumed that we want to be together and
like
we
has
live
anyone
happily ever after.
has any princess ever been proposed to and said yes?
I think you're right. I think that's true.
It was jarring to me when it was jarring to me when Kristoff presented a ring. I don't know why, but in that moment I was like, oh, whoa. Like this is a proposal with a ring. You never see that in animation. I'm just trying to think. Like who gets? I guess like most Disney princesses get married. Snow White got married, but the proposal was hey, I'll bring you back to life. What do you say?
She was actually asleep, so she didn't really consent, right?
Right, Aurora. It's same thing with Aurora.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, no, let's not. Just give us our answer, Brady.
Same. Wait, whoa! I haven't.
Just go.
Brady, true or false? True or false?
Else? I'm gonna say true. I can only think of one other proposal.
Okay.
I think there's a proposal in Beauty and the Beast, but I'm pretty sure.
No.
It's like Gaston proposes to Belle, but Belle says, "Screw you."
Hell no.
Yeah. So I think it's the only accepted proposal. That was the question, right? The only accepted proposal? Yeah.
Being proposed to and accepted. Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to say true.
True. What about you, Emily?
I think it's true.
Yeah. So not only is it true, but it happens in both movies. So it's happened twice.
Yeah.
Happens with Hans. Happens with Kristoff. Belle denies Gaston. There are certain movies where people end the movie without being proposed to. So Snow White was never proposed to. Pocahontas was never proposed to. There's a whole list.
Well, we usually just skip the proposal and go straight to the wedding.
Exactly. And that's the next. So all these people were married at the end of their appearance without showing being proposed to. So Cinderella, Rapunzel, etc.
Yeah, Anna's got a track record of saying, I think maybe she's got like some emotional dependencies that are,
Okay.
What's that? You've shown interest in me? Yeah, I'll marry you.
I'll marry you. Hey, Kate, Brady, honestly, if you've spent your entire life in a castle and your own sister won't even reciprocate your attention, I think you're going to have some issues.
I agree.
And
also with totally. Parents like that.
And you're going to have let's not. That's another podcast.
And also, I feel like as far as medieval time Norway women go, she's a looker. Like she's a catch.
You've just offended all my Norwegian friends.
all of the 700-year-old Norwegian friends. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll just say whoever's idea was to cast Kristen Bell as a Disney princess. That's a genius idea.
Right.
I don't know why it wasn't done forever ago, but I love
that's
it.
true. Okay, final tie-breaking question. It's going to require you guys to flex some muscle here. So Brady alluded to this earlier. This opened domestically with 130 million opening weekend. Domestically, this is the third highest opening for an animated film. Domestically.
Oh, okay.
Not worldwide, but domestically. What were the two highest openings for animated films? So this was third domestically. What were 1 and 2 for the record holders? And they're within the last 5 years. I'll give you guys that.
Within the last 5 years?
Yeah.
Animated Disney. Wait.
I didn't say Disney. I said animated.
Just animated?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the last 5 years.
Yep.
Which two had higher openings?
Yes, domestically. Yeah.
Domestically.
Mm-hmm.
Emily, you give your answers.
Maybe I need a minute.
Okay.
I need a minute.
Well.
Also, you want to know what I think because I'm the Disney.
No.
Apparently.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say The Incredibles 2, because that was such a highly anticipated. We all needed to see it. Movie.
So you're saying it had an incredible opening?
I do think it.
Okay. All right.
I think it did. I'm other animated films that have
I
come out
think
in the
Toy
last
Story 3
5
is
years?
probably up there. Was Toy Story 3 within 5 years though?
2010.
Okay,
2010. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, no way.
Mm.
Really?
but
I think, yeah.
but
Oh, no, you're
Toy
right.
Story,
Yeah.
but Toy
Okay.
Story 4
Toy Story 4
just came out.
did
Mm-hmm.
just come out. Gosh, I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
say.
What about Moana too? Would
Oh,
would
that's within the
Moana be
last
up
5.
Moana.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. Actually, I'm gonna say Finding Dory, and I'm gonna say that for the same reason I said The Incredibles 2. I just
Sure.
think it was one of those sequels that we had waited years, a
Right.
decade for,
Right.
and we were, I know those are both also Disney films, but I feel like the only animated films that I really see anymore are Disney films.
Right.
So those are my. I mean, there's other ones that like Baby Boss and stuff like
Sure.
that came out.
Sure.
I haven't seen
I
them.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah, neither have I.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if anything but Disney is on this list. So let's just
What will you say,
let's just
Emily?
agree right now that it's all Disney. I don't know. I guess I'm agreeing with Brady. I do think Toy Story 4 is probably up there.
'Kay.
And yeah, Finding Dory, because we'd waited so long for
Yeah.
Finding Dory, and we
Oh, yeah.
waited a
Okay,
long
so-
time for The Incredibles 2 as well. So yeah,
Which
What do you
2 will
think?
you lock in?
would I lock in?
Yeah, for your
Yeah,
final answer.
I'm
I'm locking
picking
in
Dory
Finding
and The
Dory.
Incredibles.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll agree there. I just don't know. I
Okay.
think it's a toss up between that and Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
for the tiebreaker that can't possibly break a tie, what do we got, Pete?
You guys are both right. Finding Dory was number 2, and Incredibles 2 was number 1.
Yeah.
Wow, the
Yeah.
number one animated opening in the last. I am kind of shocked that.
I loved Incredibles 2, by the way. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I loved everything about that
I'm
movie.
kind of I'm kind
So
of
good.
shocked that Toy Story 4 didn't crack the top 3 in that.
I think because everyone was like, seriously? Another one? We
Yeah.
ended it
Yeah,
so well.
probably.
Yeah.
That was what I thought.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't really have any desire to see this. And I didn't.
Yeah.
I saw it afterwards.
Right.
So, like, whatever.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, meh, we don't need another one.
You know what we need
Well, then you
another
can-
of, though?
Another
What?
Frozen.
No. No.
But we will
Another
get one.
Emily shout out.
Oh.
Yes,
I-
Emily, we need a shout out. Last
forgot
time,
about
so
that.
last time you shouted out your sister.
Oh, yes.
You shot her out.
Her name was Neo.
No,
Oh, no,
no,
Morpheus.
similar.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Close. Close.
Oracle.
Can I put this down now? Or are we?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
You can
Is
put
she still
down that.
just hold? Is she still just holding paper over her?
I was like,
She was.
holding a
She didn't
notebook
know
up.
where she was. It was a little weird.
Samantha? Yeah. Sorry. I keep on doing that because I think it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll shout out my husband, Aaron Mater.
Oh,
who
Aaron.
I don't think has ever listened to this.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah. Which
I respect that.
can I just wait? You respect
I'll
what?
be
You
honest,
respect
okay?
the shout out or the fact that he hasn't listened?
No,
I'm not sure.
Let me say something here.
Okay.
We're friends with both of you guys. Close
'Kay.
friends,
Sure.
I would say.
Yep.
So it's weird to listen to a podcast of your friends talking
Right.
when you can just
Right.
call them up and talk.
But
so,
but at least with the podcast, you can shut us up when you want.
this is true.
Like this is to the modern generation podcasts. You get the social interaction of a human being, but you can control them.
I will say every time we do the dishes, we listen to a podcast,
Nice.
but it's not yours.
Oh,
It's not ours, yeah.
There is,
So I'm
yeah.
sorry
Yeah.
about that.
That's
can
fair.
I also say to that point? I think you're right. I think there's a little bit of strangeness listening
Sure.
to your friends,
Yeah.
and because they're your friends, you can just call them up and chat whenever you want.
Yeah, for sure.
Neither of you have ever just called me up to chat, so expectations have now been made. Like,
Okay, but I don't
I
call
mean-
up anybody to just chat. I chat on
well,
Facebook.
yeah, but
Right.
but okay. Well, then expectations have been placed on Aaron to just phone me up at some. I will be expecting at some point in the next 2 weeks
Just a chat.
to just
Aaron,
to
if
just
you're
receive
listening,
just to,
Yeah.
which you're not, but just to receive a phone call to say, "Hey, man,
Hi.
I just called to chat, not because I want to, but now because it's out on the internet, I feel like I have to."
Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron hates talking on the phone, though.
it's true.
Like he fundamentally
He-
hates it.
I think he'd rather
He
eat
just
dog
he
food.
gets awkward. He gets weird. on the phone. He's not he's not good on the phone.
I think this podcast is great because everyone's got an insight to Frozen
Thanks, me
2
too.
and Aaron's preferences of phone communication. Like that is
This could be.
that's-
This is
yeah.
like a whole new. If you want to get Aaron listening, then
Oh.
from now on
What's your idea?
we dedicate a 5-minute segment
Okay.
at the end of each episode
Mm-hmm.
on some sort of character defect of Aaron's, of some sort of
Oh.
And this is what's
That's
wrong with
dangerous.
Aaron because of this.
That's super
You know
dangerous.
what? No, Aaron would totally. There was a Facebook thread several years ago where we everyone just posted the most awful, embarrassing photo that we could find of Aaron.
That was funny.
And
I need to
but
find
this
that
thread,
post.
But this thread had gone on for several hours and 20 comments before Aaron was even made
Wasn't
aware
even
that it was
aware
a
of it.
thing. Yeah. And I don't remember how it started, but there is some
Nice.
gold in that
It was
thread.
good.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
It was good.
So,
Nice.
anyways, thanks again to our sponsor for the episode, Tim DeArmond, your number
you.
one amazing media sale. If you need
Yes.
a media sales consultant,
Call him.
What are you shopping around for? Call
Call
Tim.
him to chat. Yeah.
Yeah, or check out his LinkedIn page
Yep.
in the link below. Yeah,
No pun intended. Yeah.
no pun intended. Thank you so much for coming to listen, Aaron. And we enjoy doing this. It seems like you enjoy listening, and so that's great. Nobody's haven't gotten any serious hate mail yet.
Not yet.
One death threat ain't bad, is what I'm. That's what I tell myself. So
You're not alive till you've received a death threat.
it's true. I mean, you appreciate life more when you know
Yes.
that. Yeah. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.